Hi peeps, just want to make a quick video about severe hearing loss and people with hearing difficulties. There's quite a few people around the country who are suffering with a loss of hearing in some shape or form. Mine is quite severe. I was ill last year, lost 50% of my hearing. This also brings on other complications, such as serious tinnitus, or tinnitus as the posh people would call it, which is like a brain defect. It's basically a high-pitch ringing noise that's constantly in my ear. It also reacts to sound, so the louder the environment I'm in, the louder the tinnitus, which is constant. It doesn't stop. It's always there. There's no cure for it. It's no good saying you can get acupuncture to cure it, or an operation, or if you stick a carrot up your nose, it's going to get any better, because it ain't. It just is what it is. The best way I find to react with it is basically to calm myself down, turn off the lights, and basically settle myself. As well as that, you have got the problem of sound quality. It's all about quality of sound when you're deafness. It's not about, "Oi mate, how's it going?" shouting at you. Doesn't help. It's just another noise that your brain can't process properly. It's about quality of sound. The tip I would give you basically is, if you're going to speak to somebody who's deaf or partially deaf or severely deaf, always speak to them face on, because believe it or not, deaf people or people with hearing loss start lip reading. It's much better to speak to somebody face on, because we stand to the side of them. They're not going to be able to hear you. You're going to think they're being ignorant. They're not being ignorant. They're deaf. They can't understand what you're saying. Okay. The other thing, which is perception, because I lost all the hearing in my right side, I lost all my right perception, which basically means if somebody's standing to the side of me on the right, or talking to me on the right, I can't hear them, or don't know they're there. Sometimes it makes me jump. When I first got this condition, when I couldn't drive for 6 weeks, when I could drive, and still now, when I'm on the motorway, I've lost a little bit of perception on my left side. So sometimes it's a bit spooky, a bit scary. I have to get over that, but there's some tech that can help me, and I'll talk to that about that in a sec. And the worst thing, unfortunately, all these conditions, is chronic fatigue. And because you've lost half your hearing or partially hearing, you're trying to cope with analysing all the sounds around you through the one ear. Your brain can't cope with that. Plus, with the serious tinnitus, stress, this brings on serious fatigue. I mean, it's really bad, to be honest. I mean, I'm knackered all the time, cream crackered. So it's not good. It's about managing the condition, which is not perfect. A lot of people have seen this little doozy on Facebook. It's a Roger Pen, which is basically a digital receiver which picks up sound from all around you and transmits it into a hearing device, which is a receiver which I wear in my right ear. I also wear this device is called a cross. It's not a hearing aid. Don't confuse people wearing these kind of devices with hearing aids, because it doesn't actually aid me in hearing. It basically enables me to hear sound from the Roger Pen digitally in my right ear. I also wear a transmitter receiver in my left ear, which enables me to pick up sound from the left, transfers it digitally to the right. So it tricks me in a way, thinking there's actually somebody there, because it's picking up the sound from the left quadrant. It's not necessarily the case. It's giving me some kind of my brain the perception that somebody, that that you can actually hear there, when you actually really you can't. It's just, it's a radio, isn't it? It's a radio. So there's that. The cross, basically, that's absolutely brilliant. The digital pen, absolutely fantastic in some conditions. It allows you to basically, you can plonk it in front of the television. You can pick up the sound from the television, send it to my ear digitally. It's great, because on a Saturday night, when you're sitting there and the kids are talking and joking and having a laugh, you're watching the telly, you can't really make any sense of what's going on around you. It's just noise. I went to the Horseshoe a couple of weeks ago in Wellingborough. Fantastic band on. Had to leave after a few minutes because the sound was just too much. I couldn't break the sound down. I didn't have the tech with me, and unfortunately I had to go home. If you have any problems at all with your hearing, contact the NHS. They're a fantastic group of people. They've really looked after me. Karen Hilton at St Helens has been absolutely brilliant for me. My boss at work, Neil Tickle, star, absolutely brilliant. his boss Nigel O'Hara has been given me a great deal of support since my illness kicked in. As I said before, it's not about shouting at people. Don't shout, because it doesn't help. It's just another noise. It's about clarity. Talk to them face to face. They'll start to lip read. They'll understand you better. As I said, shouting in noisy places is not the best. I've just made this video really to explain to people while I've been in and out of hospital the last few weeks, is trying to get this tech to work. It doesn't really work in my work environment, unfortunately. It plugs into my phone system at the moment. If you work in a noisy environment, the background noise is too much. It overwhelms it really, and you can't hear properly. If you're a professional, when you work in an office, such as you're a doctor or something like that, or you work in a quiet environment, brilliant, could be the thing for you. But if you want something like this, contact Access to Work. Access to Work are a government body who issue grants for tech like this. Fabulous stuff. But before you get it, please consult your NHS first, because it's not necessarily be the correct tech for you. So anyway, just thought I'd leave it there for a minute. I'm doing another video for Facebook, a more extended video. But anyway, thanks for all the messages and from people asking if I'm okay. I'm fine. Just with deaf people, be patient. Talk to them face to face. As I said, they don't mean to be. Sometimes I can be a bit grumpy because the fatigue kicks in, the tinnitus kicks in, everything else. It's nothing personal. It's just all part of the condition. Thanks for all the support. Thank you very much. Bye.